this Saturday. It's going to be my Sunday video, but as you can probably tell from the thumbnail, or if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen the picture on there. I actually got some stuff at a garage sale. This is my first pickup from the garage sale, and probably since June, like mid-June, I feel. Maybe not, maybe the first weekend in July, I'm not sure. Actually, I got those 3 games. When was that? I got those 3 games. The NBA Street, the other one, and the Alien. Colonial Marines, when did that go up? That was July 11th, so I would have gotten that a little before that. So a month. Might not seem like a long time, but for around here and my experience with garage sales over the past 15, 16 years, whatever it's been, I usually don't go that long without getting anything. It's not even getting anything. There's just not a lot of garage sales. But today, I got on the bike, covered a lot of ground, still only got to 5. Actually went a little different. I went west towards Bayshore, then I went north of Sunrise and Bayshore. That's where I got the last garage that I went to is where I got the stuff. Everything was $30. It was a little. I wouldn't even necessarily call it a bad deal, but I went to the G sale, and of course one kid was selling lemonade and pink lemonade. I ended up getting a cup of that. I always do that. I'm like, what is it, $1, $2, just whatever. I'll always do that. Even when I have water on me, I'll still give $1 or $2 to people selling their lemonade. But there was the stuff I got, and the mother was like, oh, my son just went inside. I gotta get him. He's a younger kid. And he's like, I don't know, 30, I guess. I was like, you know what? Fine. That's a good deal. It is a good deal based on what I got. Sure, I'd like to pay less, but I'm not. Part of me was like, should I say 25? But I'm like, you know what? Let this kid get the $30. I'm not going to be one of these people who's going to haggle down or freaking whatever the hell old he was. You know, I'm not going to do it. Just to maybe save $5, no. You know, of course, I'd rather him have said 20, but if he said like 50 or something, I'd just be like, you know, I probably would have only gotten one of the things. But anyway, enough babbling here. Once again, if you like this, if you like the garage sale videos, I know people like them, give it a like. It seems like I was in a little bit of the algorithm of the recommendations list, and I have now gone out of it again. So my views have dropped, and everything else seems to be dropping for now. I'm sure it will go back up at some point, but anyway. So I got this one wire came with the one thing. So this is the PlayStation VR camera. It does not have its stand. I have not tested any of this stuff yet. I can't test the 2 things because I need a specific wire. I need to try to find it. I was digging through a bin of wires that I have. All types of wires for everything. But no stand. I guess there's a stand that goes like down right there, like a clip-on type stand, similar to what's on this webcam mic. This did not have the VR unit with it, like the actual headset, which would have been cool, but I was considering maybe getting that because I got 2 Move controllers. I've never actually gotten Move controllers at a garage sale before. These were originally right with the PS3, right? And then they, I guess, made them compatible with the 4 and the 5, so you can use them with the VR. I know you can buy some of the PlayStation 3 games. It's not backwards compatible with PS4. But you can buy the PS3 games and download them. So I was wondering if these are compatible, if anybody knows, if these are compatible with the games they were compatible with on the PS3, if they still work, because I wouldn't mind getting like a Dark Side Chronicles, Resident Evil, or the Umbrella Chronicles and just playing. playing some of that on the Wii. I'm playing it again with one of these. I'll end up selling one, if not both of these, if I can't do that. But it seems to be this needs the same kind of charge cable. That is really blurry. It seems like it needs the same charge cable that the PS3 controllers had. That's why I was looking for one. I may have sold my last one with a PS3 controller that I had, or it might still be lying around somewhere. If not, my friend should have one. I just want to get one to plug it in and just make sure these work, and then decide if I maybe want to keep one of them. I could use it real quick for I did the Wii Remote Symphony a while back, a long time ago. I could do a PlayStation one. Pretty cool looking controllers, though. They're both in pretty good shape, actually. This one has a little bit of a scratch on the back, but pretty good shape. Was happy to, like I said, I don't come across this stuff. I mean, if the headset was there, and I think I had like $49 on me, and they said 50, I bet I got 49. I would have taken it because I was looking at getting the VR headset. I think GameStop sells it for 80, the headset with all. I didn't realize how much shit this thing was in. Because I have the Oculus Quest, and it's just literally the headset and the controllers. Like the PSVR is this. The camera, the headset, there's like a giant little thing. I don't know, it's like a bunch of wires and stuff. The Oculus Quest does not have any of that shit. So I might consider getting it, and then I would just keep these, assuming they work. We shall see. Still cool to see. And there were 3 games. With the games, the first thing I saw when I was walking up, I was like, oh, there's some PS4 games. And I'm like, oh, they're all VR games. And I saw the Move. Because I know the PSVR involves the Move controllers, and I recognized that camera. It's not like the PlayStation Eye, the first one they put out. There's 3 games here. The first one is Angry Birds Movie 2, Under Pressure. I've never played any of the Angry Birds stuff. I remember it was originally started as a phone game, right? Rick and Morty, Virtual Rickality. I know a lot of people like the show. I've seen a few episodes, and it actually is pretty funny. I think this one, I was looking this one up online. This one came, I think, with like a box, so I don't know what else was in it at the time. If anyone's played any of these 3 games, let me know how they are. If I end up getting the PSVR headset, or I just say fuck it. Because I know you can play like Resident Evil 7 on the VR. They got Skyrim on there and stuff. Let me see. There's like 100 stickers on this one. This is the Wizards Enhanced Edition. This was the most interesting to me of the 3. Classic GameStop. They piled on like 6 or 7 stickers. How many? 1, 2, 3, 6 actually. This one looked the most interesting. They might have something similar to this on Oculus, if not the same game. Those other 2 might be on the Oculus too. They do. A lot of the games are on both. You can download Deluxe Edition extra content. If people actually do that, I don't know. That password was shown right there, so if anybody ends up using that, if I sell this, I'll throw that card out. I would assume it was used, though. Like I said, this one looked like the nicest one. Although I wouldn't be surprised if that code, that password, is just for every single one, and it doesn't matter. It's not like different each one. It's not like a typical code you get for a DLC thing. But yeah. Those 3 games are really cool. Now, the best thing for me personally was the next thing, which I have one of. But it's the PlayStation Mini. like I said, this, if they were like, $50 for everything, I would have probably just been like, how much for the PlayStation Mini? If they said like 15 or something, that would have been like awesome, even 20. The funny thing is, I bought mine, the one I have, I bought new for $20 at Best Buy. Like, it dropped in price, and now it's going back up in price. So this has value on it. It did come with that, wherever I put it. It came with this charge cable, but this is more you need. You use, at least I use. This did not come with a power cable originally, which is weird as shit. I think it came with the HDMI cable, but it did not come with that. Like, you can't just. This has to be plugged into. Like, I use the Vita power cord and charger. That's how you use it, as the power thing. I would assume you could use something else too. I'm not sure though. But this one's pretty cool. I have one of the sticks you put into the USB thing that has a bunch of old PlayStation games on it, which is really cool. Those are hard to find now. I got one. I think it was either the Crackhead or the Meth Pack. They were all after drugs for some reason. But I got that on Amazon, but I don't know if they're harder to find now. But a lot of people were pissed, and this thing was expensive. Was this thing $100? Like, I'm not kidding. Was it $100 right out of the gate? It had like an obscene price. That's why I got it for $20 at Best Buy. It's on sale. I'm getting it. A lot of people did not like the game selection of this. I personally didn't mind it because, like I said, when I was a kid, I guess, well, when this came out, when the PlayStation came out in 95, I would have been 16 at the time. So yes, I was still a kid. And then I got the N64 when I was 17, came out in 96. I didn't have the PlayStation back then. I came across one years later, so I missed out on so many games. But this has like Final Fantasy VII on it. Obviously, everybody loves that game. I think Metal Gear Solid's on here. One of the Twisted Metals might be on here. I did a gameplay of a few games, I think, with this thing, like Mr. Driller or something. There might be a Gran Turismo or Siphon Filter on here. I don't know. Like I said, a lot of people did not like the game selection of this. I think there's a Street Fighter on here. There's another RPG. Wild Arms, maybe Wild Arms 3. A lot of people didn't like the game selection, and the price was, I think it literally was $100 when it came out. I could be wrong, but that was there, and it has both the controllers here, which are mimicking the original PlayStation controller. Once again, a nice shoulder button sound. I don't know if this is exactly how they would have sounded on the original controller. But definitely cool to get this. I have the power cable because I can see if it works. I would assume it does, but you never know. I'm going to end up selling a bunch of this stuff. The games I'll probably sell, maybe, except unless I decide to get the VR thing, I'd probably keep the Wizards game. But if I don't, I might sell like a controller by itself, and then I might see if my friend wants the Mini. I don't know. But yeah, finally some G-Sale pickups, and pretty good for $30, I think. Of course you'd rather always get stuff for less, but I think based on the value of that stuff, assuming it all works, it's definitely worth more than $30. So if I was to sell all that and assume it all sold, I could probably do about $60 profit on that. maybe like a 50 to 70 range, depending on how I sold it. Now, if I broke some of the stuff like a Move controller, I sold each Move controller separately, each game separately, the camera on its own, and then maybe one of the controllers separately, and then the system, the little Mini with the other controller. Anyway, garage sale pickups finally. But thanks for checking this out, and